Hi, ladies. So, this morning I want to share with you a story about Job. Now, Job is found in the Old Testament. It's a story about a man who had tremendous faith in God, a man who was an upstanding citizen, a man who had wealth, a man who had a big family. And you know what? I'm going to read you chapter 1 verses 1 to 12 from Job. It's found in the Old Testament of the Bible. And I pray, ladies, that even though it's a story about a man, it does not mean that we are exempt from all these things happening to us. So Job chapter 1, there was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job. And that man was blameless and upright, and one who feared God and shunned evil. And he had 7 sons and 3 daughters, and were born to him. Also his possessions were 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, 500 female donkeys, and a very large household, so that this man was the greatest of all the people of the East. And his sons would go and feast in their houses, each on his appointed day, and would send and invite their 3 sisters to eat and drink with them. So it was when the days of the feasting had run their course, and he would rise early in the morning and offer burnt offerings according to the number of them all. For Job said, "It may be that my sons have sinned and cursed God in their hearts." Thus Job did regularly. Satan attacks Job's character. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord. And Satan also said among them, and the Lord said to Satan, "From where do you come?" So Satan answered the Lord and said, "From going to and fro the earth, and from walking back and forth on it." Then the Lord said to Satan, "Have you considered my servant Job, that there is none like him on the earth, a blameless and upright man, one who fears God and shuns evil?" So Satan answered the Lord and said, "Does Job fear God for nothing? Have you not made a hedge around him, around his household, and around all that he has on every side? You have blessed the work of his hands and his possessions, and have increased in the land. But now stretch out your hand and touch all that he has, and he will surely curse you to your face." And then the Lord said to Satan, "Behold, all that he has is in your power. Only do not lay a hand on his person." So Satan went out from the presence of the Lord. Now there was a day when his sons and daughters were eating and drinking wine in the oldest brother's house. And a messenger came to Job and said, "The oxen were plowing and the donkeys feeding beside them when the serpents raided them and took them away. And indeed, they have killed the serpents with the edge of the sword, and I alone have escaped to tell you." So what happened after this was Job lost everything. He lost his children. He lost his house. He was even covered with infirmity. And our lives are planned from beginning to end with God. And I can tell you one thing. Imagine how hurt God must be when we reject him. So regardless of what we face in life, we must never reject God, because God is not to blame for our circumstances. Sometimes we are to blame for our circumstances. We are definitely the first to blame for our circumstances. We trust in everything else and in everybody else besides God. We trust ourselves. We trust that we can handle every problem under the sun. But you know what? Only God can handle everything. Every decision is from God, and every decision needs to be taken to God so that he gives us the right answers. Because only he can direct our paths, only he can uphold our steps. I pray, ladies, that today you would seek God in whatever decision you have, no matter how tough the situation is. And I tell you in every video that God is still on the throne. God is still listening to you. God still sees your heart. He holds your tears in his hands. So I pray that no matter what you face today, no matter what the challenge is, no matter what you lose, that never lose faith in God. Always believe and always trust God. Thank you, ladies.